Hi guys, this is Miss Mangum Wilson. I have this page pulled up because you also need to have this pulled up for yourselves. So go ahead and do that right now. Pause the video if you need to. But today we're going to be talking about writing an intro paragraph to your essays. And so this is just a guide. There are many different ways that you could write an intro an intro to these paragraphs and these essays. But for now, this is just kind of what we're going to go through. So the first five things that we need to do when writing an intro paragraph and it being our intro paragraph is that we need to start with a compelling fact to introduce the topic. You should have a topic picked, you should be almost done with it. So you should have a lot of information that you can use as your compelling fact. Then you need to elaborate on that fact. So you're going to tell more about it. And then you need to give a reason why that topic is important or interesting. And it can look like this is important because, this is interesting because. Then you need to turn the questions from your research into statements and elaborate on your statements. So I'm going to click over and we're going to look at my essay. And remember, I did mine on Kim Jong-un faking his death in February. And so here I have my first fact, which was that TMZ and other news outlets, as well as Chinese social media, believed that Kim Jong-un had died after a surgery that people were too scared to perform on him. So this is my fact. And now, going back to this, so we have start with a compelling fact to introduce your topic. Done. Now we need to elaborate on that fact. And so that's where this comes in. So the first fact is that, let's see, he died before a Chinese medical team arrived. So an elaboration on that is this is not the first time the North Korean leader has disappeared from public view. And then we talk about the days where he has disappeared. And so I'm going to highlight this in just another yellow color just so that we know they're all connected. And then here, give a reason why your topic is important or interesting. This is important because, this is interesting because. So I'm going to type that in right here. This is interesting because South Korean intelligence later reported that he had undergone surgery on an ankle, and none of this was confirmed by the North. So now that has been elaborated on, now that I've given reason on it, not elaborated. So now we need to turn the questions from the research into statements and then elaborate on those statements. And so on here I have North Korea is known for being a closed off country, which is why the conspiracy theory sparks so much attention. People all over the globe ask themselves, why would Kim Jong-un fake his death? And if he had not faked his death, what does this mean for North Korea? So those are my research questions, and now I need to turn those into statements. So I would type Kim Jong-un faking his death. Whoops, that doesn't need to be capitalized. Means for North Korea, or means, I don't need for there, will be without a ruler until one of his siblings has been decided to be the next emperor. Or emperess. Okay, so that's my first research question being turned into a statement. Oh, sorry, that's the second one. I skipped the first one. So let's just do the first one. Why would Kim Jong-un fake his death? So we're going to say Jong-un faking his death be a result. No, what do I want to say? Jong-un faking his death is the result of distrust and planning I'll say distrust and potential rearrangement of his cabinet. He faked his death so that he could spot out those who are loyal to him and who are not. Perfect. Now that I have those questions answered, I can take this little area right here. I can just delete it, fix that, and we're on our way. So now the intro paragraph is finished. So just to go back, we've started with a compelling fact to introduce the topic. Then we've elaborated on that fact. After that, we've given a reason why the topic is important. We've turned the questions we've turned the questions from the research into statements. And then we needed to elaborate on those statements, which we did. So, now what you need to do is you need to go onto your copy of Intro Paragraph Guide, and you are going to follow along with this paper. It says type your paragraph in the box provided on the second page. Replace the text that is already in that box with your paragraph. Remember, everything is correct how it is. Don't change the font or formatting. And here we have it broken down a little bit more. Okay, if you have any questions or if you're not sure if what you've typed would fit into either of these categories, make sure you highlight it in red so that your teacher can see that you need help with it. And have fun typing.